Sister wives. I'm convinced Christine Brown should have stayed single longer before marrying David Woolley. I will explain everything. Watch this video until end. Hey lovely viewers. Welcome to my shocking news channel. Sister Wives star Christine Brown got remarried quickly after leaving polygamist patriarch Kody Brown, but I'm convinced that she should have stayed single a little bit longer. 52-year-old Christine was 55-year-old Kody's third wife, and they had 5 children together. By the time they tied the knot in 1994, Kody was already married to Meri Brown and Janelle Brown. 16 years after marrying Christine, Kody would marry Robyn Brown, and adopt her 3 children from her first marriage. Everything changed after Robyn and her children joined the family, and by the time Sister Wives Season 19 premiered, Kody's first 3 wives had left him and the family was hopelessly divided. Christine was the first of Kody's wives to leave, walking away from the marriage in 2021. Christine was always Kody's most jealous wife, and she struggled to know Kody openly preferred his 4th and youngest wife. Christine met David Woolley soon after leaving Kody, and the two were married quickly, but I wish Christine had stayed single a little longer. Viewers recently welcomed the highly anticipated return of Sister Wives Season 19, and the season was filmed before Christine met David. During the season's 2nd episode, Christine talks about how much she's enjoying being a single woman for the first time in her adult life. She seemed to be learning a lot about herself and having a great time meeting potential suitors. I think it would have been good for Christine to enjoy her independence a little longer before getting remarried. Christine met David soon after leaving Kody, and they dated for less than a year before moving in together. I was surprised by Christine's decision to move in with a man she wasn't married to, especially because her youngest child, Truly Brown, was still living with her at the time. It was a major departure from who I thought Christine was and a sign that the Sister Wives Season 19 star had changed dramatically since leaving Kody. Christine's first wedding wasn't ideal as it was attended by her husband's other 2 wives. This time around, Christine was thrilled to be marrying a man who was hers and hers alone. Christine and David's October 2023 wedding was documented for a 2-part Sister Wives special which aired in January. Christine wore an off-the-shoulder wedding dress, choosing to show off her tattoo, while David wore an all-black suit. Christine had 6 children with Kody, who all approved of her marriage to David. On the night before the wedding, some of Christine's daughters reflected on their mother's big day. Aspen Brown was excited for her mother, and her younger sisters, Truly Brown and Isabel Brown, agreed. Christine's other daughter, Mykelti Padron, said she had already accepted David as her stepfather. He's obsessed with her and so it's nice to see that. Isabel said. And he should be. She's awesome. I think it's great that Christine maintains such close relationships with her adult children. The love and support don't stop with her biological children, as she's also still very close to Janelle's kids. The women had children around the same time, so they raised them as one big happy family. While the children were growing up, Kody and Janelle were the main breadwinners, and Meri worked too, so Christine did the lion's share of the day-to-day childcare. This is why so many of the Brown children are still close to Christine, even after she's no longer married to their father. While Christine maintains close relationships with many of the adult Brown children, Kody is barely on speaking terms with many of them. I find it especially depressing that Kody didn't learn his lesson after the death of his son, 25-year-old Garrison Brown. Garrison was Kody's son with Janelle, and the 2 men weren't on speaking terms when Garrison died in March. I naively expected that the tragedy would open Kody's heart, but he continued to stubbornly refuse to make amends with his children. The love and support don't stop with her biological children, as she's also still very close to Janelle's kids. The women had children around the same time, so they raised them as one big happy family. While the children were growing up, Kody and Janelle were the main breadwinners, and Meri worked too, so Christine did the lion's share of the day-to-day childcare. This is why so many of the Brown children are still close to Christine, even after she's no longer married to their father. While Christine maintains close relationships with many of the adult Brown children, Kody is barely on speaking terms with many of them. I find it especially depressing that Kody didn't learn his lesson after the death of his son, 25-year-old Garrison Brown. Garrison was Kody's son with Janelle, and the two men weren't on speaking terms when Garrison died in March. I naively expected that the tragedy would open Kody's heart, but he continued to stubbornly refuse to make amends with his children. Sister Wives Season 19 premiered recently, and one of the season's storylines centered on Robyn Brown's older daughters, Aurora and Brianna Brown, feeling like they weren't treated like real members of the Brown family. Blending families is never easy, but it was complicated by the fact that the Browns are a plural family. By the time Robyn married polygamist Kody Brown in 2010, he already had 3 wives and 12 children. For her part, Robyn was a divorcee who had 3 children of her own, who were all under the age of 10 when they joined the family. Though Robyn had dreamed that her children would be treated like equal members of the Brown family, 21-year-old Aurora and 18-year-old Brianna didn't feel like they were welcomed or included by the Brown clan. In the last few years, 3 of Kody's 4 wives have walked away, leaving him and Robyn in a monogamous marriage at the start of Sister Wives Season 19. With the family hopelessly divided, Robyn's daughters may never connect with the Brown siblings. In 2014, Kody adopted Robyn's children from her first marriage, and gave them his last name. Though efforts were made to help Aurora, Brianna, and their older brother, Dayton Brown bond, so the children could really bond, Robyn's kids never felt truly accepted by Kody's other children. Part of the reason they never bonded was because all the other Brown children grew up together, many of them under the same roof. Robyn's children never lived with the other Browns, so it was impossible for them to share similar bonds. During an early episode of Sister Wives Season 19, Aurora and Brianna sit together for an interview, in which they discuss the painful distance between them and their step-siblings. Brianna shockingly claimed that, on more than one occasion, various members of the Brown family told her that they didn't see her as a real sibling. For her part, Aurora said that she wished the parents had worked harder to bring the children together. She laments the fact that it never happened. It's unclear what 24-year-old Dayton thinks about the matter, but presumably he'd have an experience similar to his younger sisters. Kody and Robyn did end up having 2 children of their own, 12-year-old Solomon Brown and 8-year-old Ariella Brown, who also don't appear to have much of a relationship with their Brown siblings. Some of the problem is generational, as the oldest of Kody's 18 children are over 30, so they don't have much in common with their youngest siblings. Robyn didn't just marry Kody, she married the Brown family because Robyn wanted a plural family, and now the rug has been pulled out from under her. The Sister Wives Season 19 star had a dream of sitting on her porch with her sister wives in their old age, surrounded by their children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren. Robyn has been forced to wake up from her dream to find herself stuck with Kody, and her children feeling snubbed by the rest of the Brown family. Sister Wives star Kody Brown seems to get all the blame. Or at least that's how the Sister Wives headlines often describe the role of the family patriarch. Some even indicate if his wives are unhappy, it's because he's an awful husband. Others suggest if his kids shy away from things, that's because he's embarrassing. Sister Wives, give Kody Brown a break. It seems that some of the fans out there feel Kody Brown has done his share of suffering from fan backlash today. After Christine Brown left him last year, the majority of the blame seemed aimed at him. Anything that crumbled around the Sister Wives family, well, fans blamed him. But did he deserve all the blame? That's a question being debated by fans today. Well, a new theory suggests it takes 2 to tango. It also points out that with 18 kids you're bound to find 1 or 2 peeved at you at any given time. This theory also suggests Kody Brown might not have known what he was doing when he first tried polygamy. After all, he was only a young man, and someone might have gotten in his ear. So, did someone paint a picture he couldn't let go of, and is that how his lifestyle of polygamy began? Kody's childhood and indication. Sister Wives fans heard about this famous husband's childhood friends a while back. A few suggested that he needed to be the center of attention even when he was a young school kid. They joked about Kody taking that need for attention a little too far by marrying 4 women. By surrounding himself with 4 wives and a bunch of kids, how can he not help being the center of all the attention? They all laughed at the time, but it struck a chord with him. Kody suggested they move on from that conversation in a slightly irritated manner. Kidding aside, Kody was in his early 20s when he married Meri Brown. Then only a few years later, he added Janelle Brown and Christine Brown as sister wives brides. This made a 4-spouse family. But for a man so young, Kody Brown didn't get much chance to get to know himself. Other guys that age would be dating. Before deciding on marriage to the love of their life, Kody didn't date, he courted potential wives. Sister wives. Looking back explains antics today. Unlike 3 of his wives, Kody did not grow up in a polygamous family. Meri, Christine, and Robyn Brown did. Janelle didn't live the polygamy lifestyle. Her mom married into a polygamous marriage with Kody's father. They did this around the same time Janelle and this shared husband married. Kody's father only became polygamous later in life. This is not a lifestyle Kody lived as a kid. So, this was new to him as well as to Janelle. Now, today fans wonder who got the thought of plural marriage into Kody's head. One Sister Wives fan theory mentions brainwashing as a possibility. Kody Brown never even hinted towards anything like this. But brainwashing is a common word used in reference to the lifestyle by fans and some former members. So, some fans think he went headfirst into a lifestyle he had no idea how to navigate. Juggling the wants and needs of one spouse is trying for both partners in a monogamous marriage. But now you take one man attempting to do this with 4 wives. Well, it can't be easy, suggests another fan. Taking a look at TLC star from a different angle. Kody Brown made it very obvious that he did not expect polygamy to play out this way. He also said he wouldn't recommend it or support it anymore. So, the leader of the Sister Wives at least admits failure of what he set out to do. In one of his recent personalized videos to a fan, he caught some irony in the recipient of the video. The person he made the video for is a marriage counselor. He laughed and said how it was too late for that for his marriage. Then he reeled that back in and said, some of his marriages but not all. Still, there's no doubt about it, the father of 18 sees how this type of lifestyle wasn't all he thought it would be. Today he's down 1 wife and he has a few kids a bit cold towards him. He also sees the unhappiness plaguing the 3 wives he has left. What do you think about this video? Please told on comment box, also subscribe our channel. Thanks for watching this video.